In today's video, I'm going to show you how to integrate Mailchimp with WordPress. So we're going to be setting up the integration and we'll also create an opt-in to test it out. So in WordPress, we'll hover over Mail opt-in and click on integrations. Now on the next page, we'll find and click on Mailchimp on the left. And if we scroll back up, we'll see a field where we can enter our API key. Now I already have mine installed, but to get yours, you need to go to Mailchimp. We're not creating anything right now, so let's move to the right. We'll click on the avatar and we'll move down and click on profile. Once we're in profile, we'll click on extras, then API keys. Now on this page, we just want to move down and click on create a key. So all you need to do is give your key a descriptive name, then click on generate key. Once you get it, you just want to go back to WordPress and paste it in the field provided. Save your changes and you're good to go. So to create our opt-in, we just want to go to opt-in campaigns on the left. We'll click on add new. Now here we just want to name our opt-in. I'm going to call mine Mailchimp. The next step is to choose a template. Let's select this one. And that will take us to our opt-in builder where we can see a preview of our opt-in. And this opt-in has clickable elements. So if you click on each one, its options will open on the left-hand side. Okay, so if we move over to the left, in the design tab, we can make changes to the opt-ins width by moving this slider. We can add a display effect as well. So here we have a number of different animations. And in addition to this, we can also change our background color, border color, and add custom CSS. As for the headline, we can go ahead and hide it. We can make changes to the text below using this editor. We also have colors and font options that we can go ahead and configure. Now, moving on, we also have description options, and these are quite similar to the header. And next, we have the note. And these options are quite intuitive as well, so you can always go ahead and make changes if you need to. Alright, so next we have fields, and here we can use custom HTML to build them. We can toggle this switch and enter the code below, or we can choose to use only a call to action button by toggling this one. You then use the fields provided below to customize your call to action button. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this back off, and we'll see two fields, name and email. Both of these fields are customizable. So in name, we can choose to hide the field simply by toggling this switch. You can customize your title, colors, fonts, and so on. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and click on this button to add a custom field. Here we can give it a title. Let's just call this one city. And for the type, we can go through this drop-down menu to select a different type, but we'll leave it as text. Now for the color, we're going to go ahead and make it black. And we'll also change the font to match the existing fields. So let's use this one. And finally, we're going to go ahead and make this field required. Okay. We can also customize our submit button by using these options. I'm just going to go ahead and make changes to its background color by making it red. If you want, you can also customize your fonts and add a URL. Okay, so that's it for the button. So now we're going to go back and we'll move on to the configuration tab. And the first option here lets us hide our close button. And we can also close the overlay on click. That's turned on by default. You can also choose a sound effect. For example, there's a pop. Then we have options to customize our cookie durations, and there's also an option to remove mail opt-ins branding, which is turned on by default. But you can always go ahead and remove it, especially if you want to attach your affiliate link. Alright, so now we can go back and we'll move on to integrations. And the first option here lets us store our leads inside of mail opt-ins lead bank. And this is useful if you don't want to use an email marketing service. Now, since we are using Mailchimp, we'll go to new integration. And we'll use the drop-down menu to select Mailchimp. Okay, so next we need to select our email list. Here's mine. And afterwards, I'm just going to go ahead and add a tag, which is VIP. Now for this video, I'm going to disable double opt-in. And now we need to go ahead and map our custom fields. So let's map mail opt-in's city field to Mailchimp city field. Let's save our changes. And that's it for our integrations tab. Now, if you want, you can go to after conversion to determine what happens after a lead subscribes. I'll keep the default options and move on to display rules. So this is where we can configure our targeting options. And here I'm just going to go ahead and configure the trigger for this opt-in. I'll use after X seconds, and that basically means that the opt-in will be displayed after the time that we specify. It's set to 5 seconds, so we'll activate the rule, and then we'll go back and test everything. But first, we'll need to save our changes. And we'll also turn the opt-in on by toggling this switch. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on this X. And next I'll open the site in a new incognito window. And once the page loads, we just need to wait for about 5 seconds. And then the opt-in should be displayed. So I'll quickly enter the information and click on subscribe now. Once that is done, we'll see our success message. And now in Mailchimp, if we go to all contacts, if we take a look at the first line, we'll see our subscriber with all of the information that we provided. So this is basically how you integrate Mailchimp with WordPress using MailOptin. You can also go ahead and check out MailOptin's automation features, which I'll be leaving links to in the description down below. There's a post notification emails feature as well as a post email digest feature. So go ahead and check it out. So thank you for watching and see you next time.